Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For supportive oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Already shuffled. Stop. Okay. I think I really like this one for you, Taurus. I mean, it's got a couple bumps, but I think Taurus weathers bumps quite well compared to some other signs, so we'll see. Now, when I'm feeling this come in, it already feels like you've been actively pursuing something. Seven of Wands is telling me like you're working towards a success. Whatever it is, you're working towards it, and it's not totally there, but you seem to feel like it's still mine. It's almost like it's like you're almost going through the paperwork to buy a house. It's not technically yours, but you're like, oh, it's mine. It's kind of like how it feels. It's like, oh no, that's mine. That's mine. I'm going, no, that's mine. And you're still in the process of getting it. It's interesting. Now the environment, like, it's a little annoying because I'm getting this Four of Cups, like, it's, again, like going through the process of owning a house. Until it's legally yours, you can't make changes or start doing renovations or whatever you want to do. And you really want to, but you got this Four of Cups kind of like, no, that's mine. But the last cup that you're not happy with is like, I literally can't do anything yet, but it's mine. It's like, but it's mine. I want to. So that's how you're coming into this. Like, whatever it is, like, this is mine, but I can't make changes. I can't do anything with it just yet. I can't work with it just yet. But this is mine. Now, as we keep going forward, you get what you expect. And I'm getting the Lover's card is saying it literally works out the way you expect it to. Things work out. You get your house, whatever. You start moving things. You start changing things the way you want it to. You got these two cards, but I feel like both of these are very positive for you. The environment has the Hierophant. Nope, that's the High Priest in this deck. I think most decks it is the Hierophant, but that's fine. And you got Judgment in your favor, which is the Karma card. Karma going, like you've been putting in the work. You knew this was going to go your way. Karma, it's a good thing. So these are going your way because you're putting in the effort. You got certain rules you got to kind of work with. You're not afraid of that. You don't have any problem with that. You kind of feel security in rules. Yeah, I go by the rules. I get the outcome I want because I'm going by the rules. That's how this works. So you're very happy with this. Keeps going the same way. All good. I'm getting, there's a lot of trust here. Now the trust is the next card popping out. It's almost like you're going through this whole situation. You're making advancements. You're changing things around. You got your home, whatever. We're using that analogy. Trust is popping in because something doesn't go as expected. It's like you bought this house and halfway through renovating, or even just the first couple stages even, couple pipes burst. And you're like, what is going on? You have to get a hold of that, assess the situation, clean it up, and then you're like, all right, well, now that the pipes burst, I stopped it from making more of a mess. I cleaned up what was there. So now what do I need to do? Is there damage that I have to repair because of it? How am I going to repair these pipes? Do I need to put more pipes in? What do I need to do? The Devil card this is the shadow side, but it's the Devil card in most decks. It's making me feel like something goes, it's like a bad turn of luck is kind of how it feels. It really feels like a bad turn of luck to me. Things just go kaflunky. The trust in the center is like, even though you have a moment here where you're just like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? How am I going to handle this? What am I going to, it kind of shakes you for a second. Like, I wasn't planning for that problem. It's not like, well, you could handle it, but it's just kind of like, this isn't in my budget. The pipe's going funky. It was not in my budget. Certainly wasn't in my timetable for getting things done. It wasn't in either of those. So for a minute there, you're like, oh, Pete, now what do I need to do? All right, I cleaned it up. I stopped it from making a bigger mess. Now I got to assess it. All right, this is what has to happen there. This is what has to happen here. So now you have to reconstitute your plan. But you do. I don't see that being I don't see you liking that, but it's not like you can't handle that. So you do. You do what you gotta do. The growth card pops up in the center here. I literally feel that this was a problem that had to be taken care of, and it's better that it happened now rather than later. I feel like when I'm feeling growth, it's kind of like you're in the middle of renovations at this point. So we're using that house analogy still. It's like you're kind of in the middle of renovations anyway. It's better that it happened now rather than a year or two after you've finished everything and then you have to go through this again, because it would have made things a lot worse, a lot more expensive. So I'm getting growth here. Like, this is actually, it seemed like a bad turn of luck, but when I'm getting this, like the shadow side, it's kind of like it's actually going in your favor in truth. In the long run, it really does work out much better to your favor, because I feel like you're finding other things and you're getting ahead of the game, because you're like, okay, this is happening. Okay, that, all right, yep. Growth, a lot of stability, a lot of strength. Now, I feel like whatever the situation is, you're getting second opinions. Like if we're going to use that house analogy, you're bringing in some specialists. Like, all right, so can you assess? You're bringing in a plumber to assess the rest of the pipes. Maybe you're bringing in an electrician. You're like, you know what? Why don't I just find out if there's any damage to anything else here that I should be looking at? You're having somebody check the roof. You're having somebody check the driveway. Like, is there anything wrong with that I gotta look out for? You're like, anything with the septic system or whatever system, water system, anything I gotta look at here. Because I'm getting the Knight of Swords, but this feels like an ally to you. Somebody that you're literally it's like you're calling on the Knight of Swords. Like, give me some information. You're calling on this person. Like, tell me what I got here. Give me an idea of what you think. Whatever it is, you're asking for another person's opinion that you respect, that you value. And you're like, tell me what you see. Tell me what you think. Are there other things I should be looking out for? This already went kaflunky. I'm hoping that's the only problem. But instead of just twiddling my thumbs and wishing and waiting and hoping, tell me what you know, because I value your opinion. What do you see here? So you're calling on this Knight of Swords. That's a very, very good idea. Very, very smart. I really, really, really feel like this is why you're getting this outcome, because it's a very good outcome. You got the Strength card and you got the Justice card. Now, these two cards coming in is you can call on this information. You can very much believe and respect it. With all that entailed, with all that wrapped up together, it's still in your court. That's still your ball to decide what to do with. So just because you have the information, that's not a guaranteed win. It's what you're going to do with that information. Because you got Justice and Strength here. These two are working forward towards you. You're going to have to devise a plan to what to do with this information. Justice is saying, however you handle it, you'll get the respectful outcome, I should say. So in other words, if somebody says, all right, you have an electrician come just because you want to know, is that okay? And they're like, well, I would replace the fuse box, and this is why. And the wiring is from 1942. I would really rerun that, and I would obviously change the outlets as well. When you do that, I would redo all the electricity. You could have a problem. It seems like it's okay for right now, but it's kind of unpredictable due to the age and the quality of the things you have here. And you're like, and that's the information you get. You're like, okay. So Justice and Strength is saying, now that you know, it's up to you how seriously you take that. Now that you know, the sooner you get it fixed, the better life will be. So, granted, for a lot of us, you can't be like, well, then I'll just whip that. Just let me just wave my wand to get some money in front of me, whoosh, and then I'll just pay for that in 5 seconds. I don't think so. Most of us have to save a little. Maybe you're one of the lucky people who doesn't, but a lot of us have to get it together. So, so you're like, all right. I feel like your first step is to get an assessment how much it will cost to have that done. And then realizing if you have that assessment this year, if you're planning to do that in 3 or 4 years, that assessment may not be good in 3 or 4 years. You might have to have it reassessed because, things change. But I feel like your first thing is to find out how much work has to be done and what's it going to cost me or whatever it is. What's it going to take to get this taken care of? Because your outcome is the Page of Swords crossed with the Sun card. Once you know, because I feel like you're getting all the problems, like whatever the problems are, you're knowing what they all are. Once you start making a plan to take care of them, once all those problems are taken care of, you then have the Sun card. You're destined to reach that Sun card as long as you handle these problems, because that's why it's crossed. It's going to become yours as long as you take care of those problems. Whatever this person tells you, you got to get those things rectified, is what I'm getting. The sooner they're rectified, the sooner you get to that Sun card. And I'm getting a lot of things get much, much better for you as soon as you take care of those things. Instead of wanting and wishing and waiting and hoping, it's replaced with a great day, beautiful outcome, exactly what you want. I know I used the house analogy for this whole thing, but basically whatever it is you're working with, whatever it is you're dealing with, like actively start pursuing those problems. Put it like Taurus is great for getting a plan together, is what I've found. So if you just put it like in a plan, just set it out, you just make the plan, and this is what my plan is going to be, you will make it happen. You will easily make that happen. Just they're saying as soon as you get this information, start making those plans right away. Get it taken care of. Have your Sun card. Have that great, because in my opinion, the Sun card is the best card in the deck. Whatever you want, whatever the situation is, you will get what you want from it. It doesn't have to be the house analogy, obviously, but whatever you're dealing with, getting exactly what you want out of this is what you're heading for. The sooner you get these things taken care of. All right, and I think we're there. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.